Fitness. Today we have a review on Dystopia. Just beautiful looking bottle here, and this one might sound familiar. So Dystopia right here, a little bit of story behind hitting this review on this one before we jump into this. So my friend Zach, who's been on some guest reviews, sent me and my other friend Fornius, a couple of my buddies that we've met through the community and who I chime with and talk pre with when I'm trying to discuss finding secret hitters or trying to evaluate effects and things like that. Always good to have a good support system around you. And also the people that are willing, don't want just a bunch of guys around you just willing to agree with whatever you say. Love these guys because sometimes we don't agree, and that's how we get better. Collaborate and put your minds together. If you have a bunch of people, just like a work atmosphere, if everyone disagrees with everyone, we don't progress forward. You need a little bit of gridlock, a little bit of like rocking the boat in order to keep things moving along. So anyway, Zach told me that he thinks Dystopia is a hitter, and like I know it got rid off early. It's got a pretty bold label, and we ran it and we upped it. It's the servings 13. I think we ran it at 18 in the review, and it did really well. But at the time, there was nowhere to get it. And since I've been in contact with my friend at HighStemPreworkouts.com, he has informed me that Dystopia, ever since I've gotten to know him, he's asked me about it multiple times, and I've mentioned like, yeah, I don't think people are too thrilled about it just because that you kind of early on it kind of got bad reviews or so-so reviews, and this has been their #1 seller in stores. And so I'm like, I don't know, all batches are different. Maybe yours hits differently than even the one I had, and I really enjoyed it. To me, it felt like a really smooth, euphoric 2-amino experience. I don't know if it had the 1,3 in it, but it was nothing that I did not enjoy at all. And so I'm like, you know what? I'll do another review on it. Like, I would love to hit this thing again. And it always, for some reason, things always hit better coming out of a tub too. And not like I didn't enjoy the sample. I really enjoyed it, but I thought it'd be fun to kind of hit one of these again. And we know how things change too. All batches are different, and so this is, like I said, there's got to be something going on there. The good people of Bakersfield know a hitter pre-workout. I mean, we have had so many pre's come from there. The Swole House, Grind Harder, Psycho Stem, I believe, connected to Bakersfield as well too. So something's going on there. So if this is the #1 seller there, I want to get on it. So this one is from that exact location. So sourcing's another thing too. I want to say my friend Zach might have been an eBay find, and then when I even did the review, I don't think it was anywhere else. And so this flavor is, got a fresh tub. We're going to go Uncle Eddie here. Pop that thing open with authority. Man, Uncle Eddie, dude, he would have the best ways to pop these things open. I think I mentioned in my review one time, one of his Eras reviews, the motherfucker got down on all fours and gave birth to that pre-workout right there and then, and his buddy got it out, and they popped that thing open. I mean, those guys knew how to open a damn pre. We're not going to get that crazy here. But anyway, let me get the scoopers. Must be in there pretty damn good. Oh, here. Oh, shit. I already got it out. All right. So we have 1 gram at 1 scoop at 13 grams, like I said. And we will get you what the exact level scoop is. And then we'll get into the label breakdown. See how the scooper comes in here. Very nice powder. Very fine powder. So 1 scoop comes in at 15.5. And then let's go ahead and hop right into this label breakdown as we do this taste test too. So label breakdown for this one at 15.5. I kind of killed 2 birds with 1 stone here. Kind of sip on this thing and then also inform you the it's a pretty short label, so it's not going to take long. 1 gram, one scoop, 13 grams. Keep saying that. Citrulline, 6 grams. Beta-alanine, 3 grams. Taurine, 1 gram. I love the whole numbers here. This is nice. Agmatine sulfate, 1 gram. DMAE, 500 milligrams. Caffeine anhydrous, 350. Theanine, 350. 1,3 AA, 80 milligrams. And so, I mean, a lot of these ones are just outlandish claims on some of these new ones. We got 115, 120s, 130s. Like, this is just wild claims of how much 1,3s in their products. So, they went on the modest end, just claiming a nice little 80, and then HA at 75 milligrams. So that's very interesting that we ever see HA even lower than 75. So honestly, like, even ones like M2, the first round of M2 from like 4 years ago, I think that one only claimed like 100, but it had you buzzing off your rocker. But even at like 75, I don't know I mean, even if it's the legit stuff, like we should only get about ever so slightly mood enhancement. So honestly, like the label, it has some big name claims on here, And if what's in here is truly in here, it should give you a euphoric ride. But you know, I'm looking at this label from a perspective of consumer. And I'm kind of assuming that if 1,3 is in there, it's either very microdosed or like some sort of like node that's in a similar realm of it. And then so I'm like, okay, that may or may not be there. And then if it's not, is there really only 75 milligrams of two amino in there? So already I'm kind of skeptical on the label breakdown if this thing's really gonna hit. And just absolutely delicious, like 10 out of 10. It's raspberry, and I'm not even a big. I feel like the blue ras flavor. Maybe it's just raspberry. Maybe it's not blue ras, but anyway, that flavor's been butchered. It's been overdone. Blue ras is like the fruit punch of the mid 2000s. I feel like fruit punch was going absolute haywire everywhere. Everyone had a fruit punch, and now it's blue ras. The flavor's so damn good. Like 10 out of 10. Like you cannot beat that. Absolutely amazing. So let's get into the effects. So I'm a little skeptical, like I said, before we hop into the effects, I'm a little skeptical because I know this is their #1 seller in stores. But when I'm thinking in stores, I'm thinking of a lot of like in-store purchases. I usually, you know, I know there's people that like to buy stuff in stores that are serious users, but when I think in stores, I usually think of kind of lost early lifters that are coming in and going to the shiniest thing on the shelf with the biggest claims on the back. So, you know, that doesn't mean shit to me, to be honest. I'm going to give it to you how it is with the effects. So let's get into the effects of this one. Now time to get into the effects and score breakdown of Dystopia. So as you can tell, toward the end of my review, I almost didn't want to like this one. Why? Because to me, sometimes sometimes you gotta be careful for the glitz and glamour. Like for instance, let's take a look at one right here. This guy right here, Terminator, terrible pre. Another one I thought under delivered. Without knocking everything down here. This one right here. It's just the labels, they're so out there and so bold with the claims on it too. And it looks like a show. It's like a little skit to like put on for someone coming in to a sup store. And so anytime I hear or see trending pre's, I kind of think about that, and these two pre's in particular as ones that kind of like have that glitz and glamour factor. And you know, we know these ones like this one right here with these small little labels. They don't really stand out. They don't really shoot off the shelf. You know, these ones seem to always kind of lead us down the right path as far as, you know, having the goods in it. So Dystopia, so cool looking, so flashy. And I heard that it was like the #1 seller at the highstempreworkouts.com. That's who this, I don't know if I mentioned that in the weigh-in, but that's where this one came from. So support those guys, go from there. Hugh's got a nice list of like the underground kind of style pre's, and then also the smooth hitting pre's, such as Dystopia, Scary Hours Limited, Force of Nature, and then Dark Horse, which I'll hit again on another review. We got a little update on that one. But Dystopia, like I said, I kind of didn't want to like it because it just seemed like it's got a lot of glitz and glamour. I've used that word multiple times now. It was the #1 seller for him at the store in the brick and mortar. And this thing proved me wrong. Effects wise, I took this thing at a heaping scoop. It weighed in a couple grams over on a flat level, but I went ahead and heaped it just because I've already ran this thing before. I want to say it came in right around, gosh, 20 grams maybe. I want to say, where's it at? Similar grammage, and that's why I'm going to grab this one down right now, to this guy right here, who I think when I did the active ingredients, it's around like 15-ish grams. This one comes in around like, this level scoop was around 15-ish grams too. And they both kind of claim, like this one claims 75 AA, this one claims 80. And this one, as far as DMHA, nothing really in here at all. No DMHA claimed in the Big Bang whatsoever. And so anyway, the grammage kind of reminded me similar to that, the way I ran it too. And the effects. So you get a decent energy kick. It's nothing really that great. You're kind of just like, honestly, it's kind of like wildfire a little bit. The energy kick coming in, like you feel a good little caffeine rush, but it's nothing like over the top. It's nothing like bottle rocket to the sky, got to get to the gym. And you're almost wondering, man, this has got the goods? Does this have anything in it? And then be patient though, because at about that 45-minute mark, it takes a little while to brew. You're gonna start getting that good old fashioned. This is a happy buzzing pre. There's no ifs, and buts about this one, what category this thing falls into. This is a good times, happy buzzing, no drama pre. And this is one of those ones that is gonna. I got the little head tingles going on too. And honestly, as I took it, I'm like, man, this isn't gonna hit. Like it's gonna be. It was decent. Last time I compared it to BPI. It's at the very bottom of the stack right here. I kind of compared it to BPI 1MR, which is a very solid pre. I think it has some goods in it, but it was just a little sprinkle of the 2 amino, a little sprinkle of maybe a little geranium, but nothing like crazy. This time around, when I amped it up to that massive heaping scoop, I was getting some of these vibes right here. Like I didn't want to like it too. That's why I know that this one has the goods in it. So I was coming into this one thinking this thing was just gonna flop. Not to the sense of like just being like a caffeine water, like Terminator style flop, but like flopping away of like no 1-3, little 2 amino buzz. But it lived up to it, man, and it did more. It was a happy dancing buzzing. I got the same amount, probably a little bit less. So comparing this one to like Big Bang, it's a little bit less of the head tingles, but a little bit more. I'm getting ready to review it, so I'm gonna use it as a comparison here. And a little bit more of the happy times buzz of a Dark Horse. It kind of feels like a hybrid between a Dark Horse and a Big Bang, if that makes sense to you guys. So like you're gonna get some of those like 1-3 like head. I don't know if it's got it in there, but it definitely had that same kind of vibe up in here when I was running this thing. I mean, there's no new pept either versus this one too, so it's like I don't really know what the heck else is going to be giving me that vibe in the head there. But I really enjoyed this one. Like I said, the 45 to 50 minute mark, you're going to be dancing, you're going to be having a good time, and that's going to last for a good solid like 40 to 50 minutes. And then it will slowly kind of dissipate, but still like it's going to be there. Like you're going to still want to keep training and training and training. This is a mind muscle connector pre-workout. This is one that's going to put you in that present moment. You're going to forget about everything you were doing that day, and you're going to completely lock in on the muscle group you're training. Dystopia, absolutely love this one. Though I will disclaim, it's got to be at the high dose. It's got to be above that 13 grams if you're a stim junkie. I think that a typical user, that the 21-year-old coming to a sub shop should probably stick to the 13 grams. But the high-speed professional racers, man, I think you can go ahead and get this thing up pretty good. I think like how smooth this is with only 350 caffeine and 350 theanine, which I think is actually quite hefty. If I wanted to say Wildfire might have had less than that. Wildfire was at, Wildfire was at 350 theanine as well too. So anyway, so that's going to help ease some of the anxiety effects of the stimulants and stuff like that. But honestly, it was one of these ones, like you are so happy and you feel so good and so in the zone. I got this a few times with some of those old 2 amino products back in the day. I think it was the original Zeus, the original Venom by Dark Earth Research, or no, Anti-Hero Labs. One of the Project Catalyst ones or something like that, where it's like you're so happy and so buzzing, you're like, can this go any farther? Like, is it possible for this thing to get any more? And I don't think I could possibly see this any differently. Like as far as grammage goes, I think I would have to take it at about that 19 to 20, probably 18 to 20 when I got down to it. Like I said in the weigh-in, a level scoop was 15 grams, so I did a fat heaping, so we're looking at like 18 to 20 grams kind of range, which was the exact same as Big Bang. And Big Bang, I want to say, had a pretty similar label. Caffeine-wise, it was 50 less. And then, like I said, there's no 1-3 in it. So it kind of matches, to be honest, with the label. The Big Bang has just 1-3, and it just has new pept as well. And so, like I said, the Big Bang, there's a lot more like head bubble tingling and like it was still good vibes, but it wasn't as happy dancing as this one. So best way to describe it is if these two guys right here, Timber there, these two guys right here had an offspring. Dark Horse, Big Bang, made a child. It would be Dystopia. So love this one. 10 out of 10 on Euphoria. Pumps, you're going to feel so good, you'll work yourself into a pump. We'll go ahead and give it. There's really not much going on besides just the pure citrulline at 6 grams, which is pretty hefty. We'd be fired up about that. And at 1 gram of agmatine, so shit, I'll go ahead and give this thing a 9 out of 10 on pumps too. Give it an 8 or 9. Flavor, 10 out of 10. Overall, tunnel vision, focus, sense of urgency. That's not the star of the show for this one. That's not why you're buying this pre. You don't buy this one for sense of urgency. That's where you go for like IR8 or something like that. So I'll give this thing an 8 out of 10, but that's not a bad thing. You know, we got to have different pitchers in our arsenal. And this one's specialty is good vibes, bubble-like feel with that euphoric, happy dancing mood uplift. So, you know, overall smack, tunnel vision, we'll give this thing, the overall smack, sense of urgency, 8 out of 10, but tunnel vision, we'll go ahead and bump that thing up to a 9 because it does provide that like 1-3-esque bubble-like feel to it. But overall, this thing scores extremely well, and it's a cool one to have in the arsenal if you're looking for these happy buzzing, good times pre. If you're a fan of Dark Horse, Aventador, what else am I thinking of? The Good Vibes, No Drama, Scary Hours Limited, BPI 1MR. Gosh, there's a lot we've had on hand. Savage AF was like that too. Some of these ones that don't have Alpha Yo, don't have any drama, but just happy times galore in them. This is one for you. So like, subscribe, check out this one, HYPERDOSE.com. We'll catch you guys in the next review.